If you are interested in my videos, please subscribe. I thought the most obscure God of War game that I would talk about would be God of War Betrayal or Bit of War. But what's good about doing this retrospective thing is that I will discover some stuff that I would never have if I didn't want to make a YouTube video. So here I am with 5 God of War games that I didn't even know they existed. Now, what makes these games more obscure than the ones that I have already talked about? Well, I think obscurity is subjective. One thing could look like an ancient thing from thousands of years ago, but to another person could be normal. To me, a pixel art 2D platformer would never be obscure because that's a video game genre that I am always hungry for more. But card games and browser games and text-based adventure games are out of my profession. So yeah, the games that I talk about in this video are games that I am not interested in, or I couldn't find a way to play it, or it is a lost media. So I will use pictures and videos from the internet for this one. And yeah, that's it, let's start. Temple of Helios. It is a browser game that was hosted on the official God of War website meant to promote God of War Chains of Olympus. It was taken down many years ago, so you can consider this one a lost media. Rise of the Warrior. This one is also a browser game on the official God of War website. This one was also meant to promote a game. The game being God of War Ascension this time. And this one is also taken down. I have actually kinda talked about this game before in my God of War comics video. That's because the comic was part of the game. At each page of the comic, you can answer a question and get a reward, for example a cool image, if you get it right. Mimir's Vision. This one is an AR app for Android and iOS devices meant as a companion app to God of War 2018. It is basically an interactive map. You open your phone's camera and target a flat surface, and now you can see a map of Midgard. By touching different parts of it with a voice, image or video, Mimir tells you a fact or a story. A Call from the Wild. This one is a text-based adventure game on Facebook that is also taken down at the moment. It is a video game genre that goes back to the earliest days of PC gaming. Many years before my time, which means I have no nostalgia attached to this one. I am not old enough to remember this type of games, but if you are, I guess you could have checked this game out when it was available. But nowadays nobody can. So YouTube videos of a few years ago it is. This one is a prequel to God of War 2018. Back when Faye, mother of Atreus, was alive. You play as Atreus at most of the game and as Kratos as a small part of it. It is a very small game that can be completed in half an hour if you know what you are doing. How is the gameplay? Well, it is text-based as you can guess from the name. All actions happen as a result of what you type into the input. For navigation, you type either north or south or east or west. You can see what tools you have by typing inventory. You can use them to solve puzzles. Usually you have a few choices to make and the game tells you what those choices are. You can get artworks by playing the game. Most of them get collected by default, but there are a few that you can only get by making the right choice. And yeah, that is the entire mechanism. The story is also simple. Atreus hears some voices in his head. He follows them and reaches a dying animal. It is too late and the animal dies. That's when 2 monsters show up. Atreus deals with one of them but gets injured while dealing with the second one. So he becomes angry, and just like God of War 2018, as a result he gets knocked out. That is when Kratos shows up and kills the other monster, and at the end Kratos and Atreus go home. God of War the card game. This one is a card game that tries to give you the experience of playing an RPG video game. I don't play card games, so check out this video from another channel to get more information about it. And yeah, those were the games. You could say it is unfair to judge games that I haven't played yet, and I should form my own opinion after playing them for myself. But I say this is one of the few exceptions. Even before playing God of War Betrayal and Beat of War, I could see I can find something to appreciate about. But the games I talked about today, at best they are cute little novelties that wear off very soon. They are just a promotion for something much bigger than themselves. And you know what? Even though I don't really like these games, and they would be at the bottom of the list, I don't dislike them. Of course these games are not as good as the rest, because they didn't need to be. They just existed to promote, and that is exactly what they did. They succeeded at what they were meant to do. And also it is sad that most of these games are unplayable nowadays. I believe no game deserves to become a lost media. And yeah, that was it. A small video for small video games. Well, if I want to continue talking about God of War stuff, I think I have talked about all the quote-unquote filler stuff, so all that remains are the 3D games. So now I want to, instead of continue talking about the 3D games, I want to finish all these smaller videos in a row so that, I wouldn't break the pace or something. So next time I'm going to talk about God of War cameos in other video games. And yeah, when I talk about that one, after that I will just talk about the 3D games as most channels would do. If I do the next video after that, the only obscure thing that would be left to talk about would be the God of War novels. But I think it would be better if I talk about them after God of War 2018. So yeah, if you are interested in the rest of the God of War stuff that I'm going to talk about, or retrospectives on other cartoon or video game franchises, subscribe to this channel so that you won't miss my next video. I've been Bashir from Retro Cafe, and I thank you all for watching this video.